Every single time I go to another state, I stop by a shopping center to see if they have a diesel store, or I'm not sure how you say it. I don't know if it's Maxu or Mesu, but every single time I stop by one of these stores, because we don't have them where I live in Chicago. And it's one of those things that you can treat yourself to. Yes, physical things don't truly matter, but sometimes it's nice to have something, and it boosts your ego from the outside. It makes you feel good when you look good. There's nothing wrong with it, but you need to work on the inner self, right? It doesn't matter what you wear. It's how you feel that impacts society and impacts your own life. And by changing your own life, you have the ability to influence others. And I've talked about the money and how to achieve wealth and abundance. And that wealth and abundance comes from getting rid of the limiting factors that you have. And the common occurrence that you always hear in the spiritual community is to always change your beliefs around money and the limitations that are there, and the stupid things like money doesn't grow on trees. You have to change these things. You got to realize that money is easy, but you have to be in the right vibrational frequency to be the attractor pattern to bring that in. Your heart has to be aligned. Your mind-heart coherence at 0.1 hertz, lined with the earth, has to be in that exact frequency. Otherwise, there's resistance. Everything, your health, money, love, it's all resistance. But I want to go over something more practical today. And some people are in different positions in their business. But the one thing is you start to grow your business, you have to realize you are limited in time. Yes, there's no time and space. You never die. But you live in this dimension where we do use time, and you must go to sleep. You must prioritize sleep to optimize your growth hormone, to optimize your immune system, to keep your head clear so you can think, to optimize your hormones. You must get sleep. You must get rest so you have a good amount of time. You can work 12 hours a day if you choose and still get your workouts in, still get enough sleep. It is possible. I do it all the time. But here's the deal. To optimize your time, once you're so busy, you got to implement a system. You got to implement this. It's imperative, right? And you got to address this from a higher perspective, because you're always going to hear naysayers. They're going to go down on you. They're going to try to put you down. They're going to try to stop you from what you're doing. They don't want to see you rise to power, right? They don't want to see you be better than them. So you got to step up on this one. But you got to put people in labels, right? You have certain people in your life. You're going to have a bronze program, a silver program, and a gold program. So the bronze program, that's for the people who invest in you, because you got to make use of your time, right? That's a small entry, right? They're paying a minimal amount of money just so that they can get access to you and get the information. So for me, it's health, right? People access me for health. I might do a spinal correction, right? I might do a little bit of nutrition with them, right? That's a small investment. And then it's a step up, right? So they might invest time and money on the silver level, but they invest more. And that silver level is more expensive. But at that level, they're getting a little bit more personal catering. I'm going to spend more time with those people, right? You're limited on time, right? It's not about leaving people out. It's about them wanting to invest in you. Now, the gold program is the all-in, the kit and caboodle, when people choose to invest in their own life and really take it to the next level. And those are the people that get to work one-on-one. They don't work in groups, they work one-on-one. And those are pricey. But the thing of it is that's where life change happens. That's where the shift truly happens. You reach the awakening and you reach pinnacles in your success in the money, love, and health. We work personally to change the vibrational frequency, being in a mind-heart coherence to attract the exact things that you desire in life. Not through ego. It's about seek and want nothing and achieve everything, because you are the vibrational frequency just to attract that in. And that is possible, but you have to have the systems in place as well, like bronze, silver, gold. You have to have these systems in your place to know where to place people in your life and how much time to spend, because if you keep spending all your time with the people that are paying you little bit of money, you're going to be burnt out. You don't have enough time. You just don't. You got to get your sleep. You got to take care of yourself. So I know society's like, oh, all he cares about is the money. That's all he cares about. But here's the thing. You got to address things from a higher perspective, a much higher perspective, a higher consciousness level of what you're actually doing. So the way I see life, and this is how it is, the way I see it is people that are on the lower end spectrum who won't even invest in you, who need your help. The problem is they have a program in their mind and they have a guidance system, and their guidance system is telling them, I must be poor. I must experience pain. It serves me. I must have painful relationships. People suck, right? They're stuck in that program. There's nothing you can do to help them. But the way you can help those people is to work with the people who can shift. Because as a collective, as we work with the people who are at a higher elevated state, the consciousness level rises of everyone else. It forces them to step up, right? You can't help someone who doesn't want help. You can't help someone who's in a complete derp state, who's disassociated from blue light, EMF, and bad thought patterns and traumas, who doesn't want to change it. You can do nothing. Zero. Let them suffer. That pain serves them. They need to have the gun to their freaking head until they decide to step up, because they want handouts. They are a victim. It's victim mentality. There's nothing we can do, right? I get it. You don't want bad to happen to people, but sometimes it's actually serving them. It's actually helping them, not to enable them. Don't give them freebies. Don't give them handouts. Let them do what they're going to do. Be kind to them. Encourage them. Promote them. Cheer on them. But when they don't take action, disregard them. Cut them off. Because that's the only way they're going to change, is by experiencing the extreme pain. And it's love. It's tough love. But that's how it has to happen. So you got to understand, when we look at David Hawkins and the scale of consciousness, right? There's a scale from 0 to 1,000. And as one person levels up to 700 and above, it offsets millions of people. And upwards in the thousands, hundreds of millions of people. You're offsetting hundreds of millions of people. It's unfathomable. But that vibrational frequency that comes up allows those people to step up into their heart and into their divinity. It allows them to shed the unconscious patterns that have been in place from the programming of societies, of governments, of institutions, of churches. It allows them to be a free thinker. But you have to do it first, because the courageous man wants to change the world. But the wise man begins with himself. So as you start with yourself, as Marianne Williamson said, there's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people feel secure around you. You're born to manifest the glory of God. It is not just in some of us, it's in all of us. As you let your own light shine, you unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. It's you who gets to raise the collective. It's you. It's you. So don't be the person who only wants to invest in their life, in their health, and their spirituality, because absolutely you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Don't let the doubts that you have hold you back, because there's unlimited power. There's infinite potential within you. And all it takes is someone pointing you in the right direction, telling you the steps to take, who's already been down the road. And you're the spiritual being having a human experience. And that's why you're here. Don't get caught up in the ego of I want, I need. Sex, pleasure, consumer goods, fancy cars. Yeah, look, I rented a BMW. Big freaking deal, right? I can afford to splurge on these things because I am successful. But the thing of it is if I didn't have it, it doesn't change anything about me. It changes nothing. But at the same time, the spiritual community says you don't need money. But at the exact same time, it's also, I'm not spiritually connected, so I can't have these things. You're saying I don't need money, so the universe is not going to give you money. It's a total disassociation. It's fucking insane. So you have to be aware of what's around you. And if you have no money, you're useless. You can't help out the people you love, right? You want to do nice things for people. You can't do that when you're broke. So you got to invest in yourself, and you can start by working on your health. You can start by working on your fitness. You can start by looking at the way that others perceive you, because we live in a superficial world, right? That judges you, and they shouldn't, but they do, right? They should be able to look through your eyes and see your soul, but they don't, right? So the deal is sometimes you got to play a little bit of the game, but at the same time, you have to realize it's the inner game that you change, and the perception of everyone outside of you will change. They'll perceive the value in you, even if you didn't drive the BMW, even if you didn't have the fancy clothes. But unfortunately, I can't sell programs. I can't sell anything without going to the superficial things first. But that is what gets me into saving their soul, right? That's the window into making them realize the power that's within them, raising their consciousness level so that we can create more peace in this world, right? It's the little tiny steps that we take to push them into the awareness. It's I need, I want, that eventually becomes to I am. I have these things. I am. Not it is, I want. Not me. That's what you want. Me. Right? You're saying I want, you're just taking. It's not about taking. It's about attracting. Right? It's about giving the value, providing value. That's the ticket. So set people in accordance to where they're at. It's actually for their own good. I know trickle-down economics, they say, doesn't work, and it's wrong, but it is correct. And I'm not saying do wrong, rip people off. I'm not saying disregard people who are down. Give them an opportunity. But when that opportunity isn't taken, you have to act and give them tough love until they're ready. And you can even, like, I set up payment plans for people because I realize sometimes they don't have the money, but I know the impact they can make. I know they're eventually going to pay me, right? I set up payment plans for them. So they might pay me $1,000 up front, and then they make another payment in a couple months, and then another payment, and then they can come. Sometimes I let them come, even though I only paid half, and a lot of times I get stiffed just because people lack ethics and they can't. It's so hard to get people to take action sometimes. It's so hard. I really wish they would, because you can change everything. You're not stuck with chronic illness. You're not stuck with financial distress. You're not stuck in bad relationships. It's your belief systems that you have, right? Anything that you want is possible, but it starts within you. That's where the change happens. So you have to change the beliefs that have happened and the programming that's been done from your parents and society. I would reach out and I would get into a program and I would start this journey as soon as possible. It's been a 20-year journey for me to eliminate chronic illnesses of MS and to achieve the millionaire status. I've been there in my 30s and then I lost it all and now I'm back again. It's been a real journey. But the thing of it is I knew it in my heart and I never doubted it. And I've had painful relationships. I'm more intuitive now. I know what to get into. I know that I don't need love outside of me. I know I don't need anybody in my life, but I have so much to offer because I actually have value. And the thing of it is that's what brings in someone who's in that same mindset, who isn't trying to take advantage of you, who doesn't need anything. So let's change that frequency within you. Go in the DMs and message me. Go in my email at protouchrehab@gmail.com. Go in there and send me a message and tell me you want to start your journey, the spiritual journey, not the superficial ego journey, but you need the business structure, you need the health structure, you need the stepping stones, right? You need a little bit of guidance. And I promise you, the superficial things will fade away and eventually you'll just be the thing that you wish to attract. That's where it is, but you have to take action on it. I will tell you what to do. I'll tell you what books to read. I'll tell you how to implement the health biohacks. I will give you the exact instructions in the blueprint, but you have to take action. You have to invest in yourself. So make sure you do that. Join one of my programs and let's get you to be the enlightened master.